Holy cow, you guys, I'm at this amazing abandoned house by this old abandoned copper mine. Hey, Wonderhussy here. I'm not really sure where I am. I'm somewhere in the mountains east of Lone Pine, California. Sort of due east of Big Pine, actually. Up at this mountain pass. And there's this, well, a bunch of abandoned ruins. I think it was an old copper mine. I'm standing right next to this gaping hole in the ground that appears to have been one of the mining pits back in the day. There's a bunch of old abandoned cars and buildings up here, so I thought it'd be fun to take a look around as I'm driving towards Big Pine. Might as well take a little stop, stretch my legs for a minute. Now, apologies for wearing this goofy headset, but it's really windy today, and the audio would be horrible if I didn't have this hokey wind screen rigged up around the microphone on my headset. So just pretend I'm not wearing anything. Wait a minute, that didn't sound right. Just pretend I'm not wearing a microphone. You know what I mean. Okay, taking a quick pan around, I see there's a couple cabins up there and some mining infrastructure wreckage. So we'll check that out. But I'm also standing here right at the side of this giant old, well, what looks to be maybe a cistern. See this I-beam leaning on it, but look inside. All kind of old garbage in it. I mean, it's mostly, you know, beer cans, Olympia, Coke can, oh, an old chopped ham, some Coleman stove fuel, looks like an old filter. I mean, who does this? But by the looks of some of these cans, they're older than 10 years. I mean, older than 50 years, excuse me. So that means they're protected by the Antiquities Act. And you're not allowed to take them out of the desert because they're considered an antiquity. And I think that's very interesting. Like, you're here to tell me that that Olympia beer can, if we wait long enough, will somehow magically become an antiquity? I'm not too sure about that. Okay, now finally some classy litter. Jeez, I mean, usually it's just Coors Light cans and low class stuff. Here we have an old champagne bottle. And that is definitely more my speed. Okay, then there's this gully down here that leads down, deep into the ground to this cave. I'm assuming this must have been some kind of mine shaft or adit, because if you look up, I mean, there is a lot of ground between the cave and the top. Far out. I think we should go inside and check it out. What do you think? I got my little flashlight here. Look. Looks like there's some kind of table or something in there. Let's go. Oh, wow. I know it's kind of dark down here. It's probably hard to see, but it's some kind of mining infrastructure. I don't know if that's just meant to hold the tunnel up from collapsing. It almost looks like it's just a framework, but it's on kind of short little legs, so it's not like anybody could walk under it. So I'm not sure that is for a structural support or what. I mean, I know nothing about mining, so you tell me. I mean, I think one of my friends that I'm with said this was a copper mine. So some kind of copper mining infrastructure. But look at the wall there. Yikes! We better get out of here. Holy cow, look at this old Volkswagen Beetle. I mean, this thing is shot up. Looks to me like it hasn't gone anywhere in quite some time. But I still don't understand why people had to shoot it full of holes. I mean, I guess it's here, so you might as well, but kind of a shame. Here's some other kind of shelter of some sort. I'm not sure what this was. I mean, it looks like it was used in the mining operation. Oh, maybe that's covering up an old mine shaft. You know, you can kind of see there's a hole through there. And then on the other side here, it looks the same, like there was a kind of a shaft there as well, but it's filled in with stuff now, and I am not crazy enough to mess with it. I mean, you can see here, they try to rope off all these old mine tunnels and shafts so that idiots like me don't fall down and hurt themselves. But I don't know, this place here looks like the tunnels are all filled in pretty good. Let's look. Oh, wow. No, wait. This one goes down forever. Let me get my light out. I doubt it will even help. It's just a little flashlight, but wowee, this thing goes way down into the ground. Let's see. This flashlight is no match for the darkness of the bowels of the earth. Look at that. Holy cow. I'll never know what's down there. For all I know, that hole might go all the way to China. China? That's far. Okay, we got one more old busted up car here. Don't ask me what this was. Looks like it was some kind of a pickup truck. It's laying upside down, so it's hard to tell, but it looks to me like that infrastructure in the front there, or that in the front axle. I mean, there's a cab. Yeah, you can see from this side very clearly it was like a panel truck. Wow, look at all these old stickers. We're gonna have to turn around because they're upside down. Got a biohazard, I bet. They got some kind of Great Basin Brewing Company. We got this is not an abandoned vehicle. My two wheels, I think they do off-road tours around the desert. I see their stickers a lot of places. So, hey guys. And then we also have friends. Don't let friends go to Starbucks. The Purple Bean Coffee House. Well, I never heard of that place. Doesn't say where it is, but I don't know. I like Starbucks. It's a big deal. Okay, now let's go check inside one of these little old abandoned cabins and see what's in there. This one looks like it's not in terrible condition. Pretty cozy there. Sitting at the base of these mountains. Be a nice place to hide from a storm. Wow. It's a one-room cabin. Not much left. Looks like they used some cardboard boxes for insulation here. Wow. But other than that, they had this rigged up stove to try to stay warm, wood burning stove. And then they had, looks like there must have been a refrigerator in here at one time because that's part of an old refrigerator door. Was it like a kitchen? Well, there's the rest of the fridge. Well, it almost looks like it's a little bar. It was like a bar. Wow, wouldn't that be cool? This was probably an old saloon where the copper miners used to come in and hang out. Like swap copper mining stories, tall tales. Who knows? Maybe there was even a couple friendly women that hung out here, if you know what I mean. Looks like the place was wired for electricity, so they could have had all those neon Bud Light signs hanging behind the bar. Oh, crazy. Let's see if there's any information we can find in here. Virginia Lakes, California. I am the Lakes Verge. Peter Parker, Moses, Beowulf, Bucket Kickers All. Wow. How about this one? I may not live to see our glory, but I'll gladly join the fight. And when our children tell our story, they'll tell the story of tonight. Wow. Crazy. Look at this guy. Namaste. Okay. A little far from the rails. It must be some guy who's riding the rails. It's just people's names. They all sign their names. Oh man, I wish I had some of my stickers with me, but I left them in the car. Wow, it's crazy. They used all these old boxes to insulate this shack. Box of port wine. Kern pickup. Oh, look, the port was from the E.J. Gallo Winery. Hey, E.J. Gallo is A-okay with me. Some other kind of weird art on the wall, but there's really no information about what happened here, and there's really no personal items in here. I mean, it looks like there's some kind of garbage down here. Let's see. This looks like it was part of a book, like a book cover, but the rest of the book is missing, so we can't tell anything by that. What does it say? I may get older, but I refuse. It looks like it's broken. Maybe it said something under it. I may get older, but I refuse what? Refuse to grow up? Maybe that's what it said. Interesting. Huh, all right, so we have this little saloon building. Let's go see what was in that other building. Whoa, look, here's another tunnel. This one goes way back into the mountain. Holy wow. Sorry about the light. We're walking right into it, but now we're in the shade. Whoa, look at this spooky old mine tunnel. Yikes. What could be back here? Looks like it's just a dead end, man. It doesn't go very far. I thought it might turn a corner, but... Huh, does this rock look like anything you've seen being mined? I'm not sure what was going on here. All right, let's get out of here and go back and look at that other house real quick. Whoa, and then there's this big thing. What is this? And you can see there's a cable going from the top all the way down. Maybe it carried buckets or something. But holy cow, look at it. Wow. Look at this thing with some kind of hopper or something. Oh, it's a really interesting beauty to it. I know you're probably laughing when I say this is beautiful, but I think it kind of is. Look at that. It's all weathered. Wow, far out. Like I said, I know nothing about mining and even less about copper mining, so you tell me. Holy wow, look up in there. You can see where it came down, that sluice. Huh. And then you can see from the very top, it goes down, 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 down into this shaft here. It looks like it was another pretty deep shaft. I'm not sure you can see because of the light, but there's metal bars going across it down there. So you wouldn't be able to fall down that one anyway. And that's a good thing because that looks very deep. Wow, far out. I guess I should learn more about mining equipment so I can understand these places better. Okay, now let's go over here. There's one more cabin that we haven't checked out yet. And that looks like it was a pretty big house and the main house. So maybe there'll be some clues there. Okay, I'm just going to pick my way across the desert to this other cabin. It looks like there might be some interesting old relics along the way. Like, what's this? Okay, this looks like it was maybe a work shed. So they probably had a bunch of old tools stored out here. Like, what was this thing? Anybody tell what that was? I mean, some kind of a tractor. It looks like the wheels are missing off the front, and then there's a dually in the back. And then this thing in the middle, I don't know what that was. Holy wow. It's an impressive piece of machinery. Huh. Man, this whole work shed just collapsed onto the ground. No telling what's buried in there. Probably all kind of cool stuff. I mean, look here. Here's an old pot-bellied stove made out of a 55-gallon drum. That's cool. It's got a little door on it. Open that up, stick your fire in. And it even has like this little shelf out front where like warming your cans, I guess. Little stovepipe on top. Fun. Wow, look at all this stuff. Holy crap. I mean, even the garbage on the ground is kind of interesting. I mean, what is this stuff? Huh. Little bits and pieces of lives. For somebody's life. It's like an old air compressor, maybe? Wow, maybe these are... Oh, this looks like it might be parts of that other truck that we just looked at. That upside-down truck. Chevrolet. That could be the front end. I don't know. What do you think? Holy wow. Oh, look, there's one more old engine or something over here. What on God's green earth was this, you guys? Can't even tell which way is up on this piece. By the way, if you hear voices, it's because I'm traveling with a big group of friends along this road. So I'm not alone. If I get a flat tire, there's people to help me. So that's nice to know. Okay, look at this. Some kind of a big old gas tank, oil tank. Look. Return nuts and bolts. I wonder what that's all about. Wow, look at the printing on this old oil tank. First it says, wipe your tuna, beep. Then it looks like it says, Michoacan, with a little pot leaf. And then, oh God, just the layers of graffiti. I can't even read them all, but it looked like maybe there was some commercial logo there way back in the day. It's hard to say. Look at the paint though, or it's all worn away. It had several paint coats. Holy moly. What was this thing? Look, you can even see down in the top of it. Here is some kind of a tank, gas tank or something. Huh. Really interesting. I do not know what was going on here. Oh wow, look, here's another engine or motor or something. Wow, what is this, you guys? Look, you can even kind of see the numbers on it. Firing order 153824. Does that mean anything to you? Because it doesn't mean a thing to me. It almost looks like a radiator, the top part there. Right? Isn't that like a radiator? Huh. All right, enough beating around the bush. Let's go into this spooky old house. Look at this thing. But wait, before we go in, hold on. Hold everything. Look at this back patio here. Holy crike. Talk about outdoor living. First of all, it looks like they had kind of a flagstone patio and a hot tub. Look at this octagonal hot tub. It's pretty nice, laid out perfectly. Wow, what a place to sit out and enjoy the view. I mean, it's kind of a weird view just looking at the side of this mountain there, but looks like they had some kind of barbecue. Look at this, they had a grill. Fire up some steaks. And then this thing, well, this looks like it was part of an indoor fireplace. I'm not sure why that's out here, but who can say at places like this? But wow, yeah, what a cool little back patio with nice little barbecue and a hot tub. Not too shabby. Okay, and then look at the house here. We can see there's a stone chimney, so there must have been a fireplace in here. And I bet it gets really cold up here in the winter. I know this pass gets snow. We're at like, I think 6,000 feet. Dixon Tunas, 2013. Who the heck are the Dixon Tunas? They're kind of vulgar people, if you ask me, because that other thing that was running on that gas tank. Wow, look at this house. Holy moly. This thing is busted. Holy crake. I mean, there's really not much left in here to try to figure out what the story was here or what era it dates to, but I'm pretty sure we can find something. Look, a newspaper. This will give us a clue. What's this paper? Inyo Register. So, because we're in Inyo County, I think. From Wednesday, November 7th, 1990. Paper cost 25 cents back in 1990. Hospital fails to gain nod again. I guess they were trying to get a nod at their hospital. I'm not sure what that's all about. Oh, look at this. Here's a sign of the times. 1990 Sears. Incredible home electronic values. You could get a VHS video recorder for $204.99 or $10 a month. Tabletop TV, 19-inch, 82 channels for $209.99 or $10 a month. Oh, how about a 7-lux camcorder for... Holy crap, look how expensive that camcorder was. $700. Can you imagine? Everybody has that on their cell phone now. Wow, this was 1990, you guys. Roto-Rooter. There's more stuff from Sears down here, but, you know, stereos and whatnot. Microwave. Even a microwave was $250 back then. Yikes. Holidays are just around the corner. Let our craftsmen wrap up your furniture now. Oh, it's for an upholstery shop in Bishop, California. Oh, cool. What a fun old newspaper. All right, so 1990, huh? We know there were people in here as late as 1990. That makes sense. Okay, here's another old newspaper. The Farm Times of Idaho, Central Edition from January 1991. Oh, wow. So, holy crap, look. Female sale. They were selling bulls and female cows. Wow, far out. So, Idaho, huh? Boy, we're pretty far from Idaho. All right, so we know the people who lived in this house had some connection to Idaho, and they left here in the early 90s. Look at their kitchen. It looks like it was pretty nice back in the day. They had this one of those fake brick backsplashes. That's pretty fancy. And stand here at the sink, wash your dishes. Have a nice view of the backyard there where that hot tub is and the little gas grill out back. It's all gone now, though. There's not even any drawers to open and look around at. Wow. Oh, well, it looks like it was just a one-bedroom house pretty much. Because look, here's the... Oh, holy cow, did you hear that? See, that's one of those fighter jets. We're near China Lake. Look, there's another one, huh? We're near China Lake Naval Air Weapons Station. I think those guys fly out of there, and then they go down in that valley, and they do low-level flight maneuvers. It's a trip, man. They'll come down low and buzz you out of nowhere. Anyway, back to what I was doing. So here's the front part of the house. Looks like they had some real classy carpeting up here. I guess this was maybe a screened-in front porch, entryway, small living room. Here, this was a shower. But it's all busted away now. Bullet holes. Okay, so when you walked in the front door, you had a little living room on the right, a small bathroom on the left. Then you came into the kitchen area. This was probably a bedroom, maybe. Then you went back here. This looks like it was probably a dining room / workspace, because that kind of looks like it was a desk. And then this maybe was like a den or a family room. I mean, I guess potentially it could have been a 2-bedroom house, but it's not that big square footage-wise, so, Wow, you guys, I don't know what went on here, but it seems like there was a family maybe that lived here. I don't know if they had kids or not. There's really not enough stuff left over to tell, but they were here as late as the 1990s. I mean, they had this dated shag carpeting and wood paneling on the walls, so I mean, I guess they didn't redo the house since the 70s. But they probably had a little mining operation going on. They mined some copper and had some fun. Partied down the road at that little tiny saloon. I mean, who else went to the saloon? I mean, there's no other houses in this area. I can't imagine. So maybe they had a private saloon. Or maybe it was the dad's man cave down the road. Like, the wife would banish him from the house and go, "You go down the road. I've had enough out of you. Go hang out in your saloon." And he went and hung out in his private saloon. Who can say? I mean, it's really busted up, and there's not a lot of artifacts left for me to make any assumptions, but it's a really cool place. What I like about it is that there's all that old mining stuff left as well as the old house, so it really paints a picture of the interesting, lonely life these people lived up here.